Why did you choose that course of study? Where did the money come from? Like, seriously? Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I go by the name Adenisa Bunga. If you're old, you're very welcome. Welcome, guys. And I know if you're watching this video, that means you've either gotten admission into a university to study or a college to study here in the US, or you're about to go for your F1 visa. And I know you're super excited and maybe tense, so you are in the right place. And please stay to the end of this video to know how to get your F1 US visa accepted and the most authentic tips you need to know to go get that F1 visa accepted, guys. So if you're new here, don't forget to check out my last video where I shared major tips and also questions that you probably be asked during your F1 visa interview and best ways to answer these questions. So just check, I'll attach it above. Don't forget to check it out. And thank you guys so much for helping me reach 1,000 plus subscribers. Cheers! I'm so excited. I'm so grateful, guys. I know we can do it. Let's keep going and make it happen. Let's get to 5,000 very soon. Yeah, we can do it. And also, guys, so I'll be in the comment section checking out questions and suggested answers, and even just questions that people have, because I realized that, like in the last video, people asked some questions and possibly ways that they could answer these questions. So if I get so many questions and suggested answers, I'll compile it. I'll be in the lookout. I'll compile all these questions, the suggested answers, and even the ones that don't have suggested answers. I will make a video about it. I will share with you guys so we can learn from each other, and I will share what I think is the best way to answer these questions so that we can grow and learn together. But this is only if I get enough questions and maybe suggested answers, or just enough questions, right? So I'll be in the lookout. Thank you, guys. So let's dive into the video today. Today we'll be looking at the most authentic tips to get you your F1 visa accepted in the USA. Yes, pack your bags, you're coming to study in the USA. So the first and foremost, guys, maybe this one is even underrated. Prepare. Guys, prepare, practice, simulate. Practice this interview with your friends, your colleagues, your partners, your mother, your father, your friend. Just practice as much as you can. Imagine that you're going for an interview and you have just one shot at it. Just put in your mind, I got one shot and I'm getting it. We underrate the importance of really practicing. It's very important. Personally, I practice. I practice with the mirror. I practice with my friends. I practice with everybody. I was just practicing. I'll literally be talking alone, just practicing, making sure that I'm comfortable in what I'm saying. I'm passing in the right message and asking for feedback. Asking my friends, what do you think about this answer? Does it make sense? If you're the officer, does this make sense in your ears? Like, just correct me. Getting all this correction, all these tips really help me better my storyline, get more prepared and have more confidence, and just go. And the next tip will be know your course study. Guys, if you're doing computer science, what are the other minor subjects under computer science? What does computer science entail? If you're doing business, are you doing business management? Are you doing logistics? What are you doing? What is your course study? What does it entail? Will you be doing econometrics under this business that you're doing? Just have an idea and do your research. If you have questions, the best person to talk to is your international officer. They are there 247. Send them an email, send the school an email. They will answer all your questions. If you want to know the professors that will be taking you through these courses, ask them. Once you have gotten admission, they are there to answer these questions. Don't be scared. Get all the answers before you go for your interview. It's not there that you're going to ask the questions. And then, why are you doing this course study? Yes, you're doing computer science. Yes, you're doing business management. Then why are you doing this course study? Guys, have a plan mapped out, have a storyline mapped out, have a strategy, have a concrete reason why you're doing this course. It's like you're going for a business proposal. and then you want to convince them to give you that money to sponsor that business of yours, but you don't even know why you're even starting up the business. You don't even know the aim, the motive, the vision, the mission of this business. They will not give you the money. You will miss out on it. So guys, don't just go there. They ask you, why are you studying it? I'm studying it because I really love economics. I really love business. No, that's not the reason. Have a strategy. Have a story, concrete, that has beginning, middle, and end. Yes, have it. Body, how do they call? We have intro, body, and conclusion. Have it mapped out in your mind, so you're going there ready and prepared to pour it out to them. And another very important tip is to fill out your applications correctly. Be it your visa application, be it application for admission, be it whatever form you have to fill. Make sure you fill it correctly, especially your DS-160 form, which is the visa application form, guys, because this form kind of determines like 80% if they will give you this visa or not. And you have to be consistent. Don't fill in your application form your DS-160 that you're employed, and when you reach there you forgot that you were employed. You tell them that you're unemployed, or you start mumbling, babbling. No, be consistent. Fill in these forms correctly. Fill them on time. So this means that you have to be present when these forms are being filled, or better not, fill these forms alone, so you know exactly what is in these forms. If you're using an agent, make sure you are there, you are present when they are filling this form, so you know what is there, in and out. Best recommendation, take screenshots while this form is being filled, so that you will revise and practice, guys. Another tip is pay your service fee on time. For people that don't know, the service fee is the fee you pay to get like the form that you would take to the embassy. In fact, that's where it show, that's what is showing what you'll be studying, the income, who your sponsor will be, and all these kind of things. So you have to pay it 5 days before you go for your interview. Make sure you pay this fee on time. It's $350. So pay it on time. You don't go and pay it 2 days before. Maybe you go for your interview, they are struggling to find if it's in the system or not. No, it already shows that you're not ready. You don't even know what you're going for. So pay fees on time. Whatever fees you have to pay, pay it on time, guys. The next tip will be that plan accordingly. If you know that school is starting, you want to apply for maybe fall semester, which is August to December, guys, start doing your research about, start looking for admission in January or even the year before, so that you have ample time. You never know whether you'll be able to get a visa interview date on time or not. Just have enough time. Plan that I would start my admission this time. If I get admission by this time, I will pay for my visa this time. I will go for my interview latest by this time. And you don't even determine when they will give you a visa interview date. So it's better you are early than sorry. And still in line with planning ahead of time, in a case where you're from a military background, just in case, there's a high possibility that you go through administrative processing after your F1 visa interview. So this is a time where you have gone for your visa interview and then they still tell you, okay, we'll get back to you. They don't tell you if you've been accepted or rejected, and they go in to investigate and just do 1 or 2 things, and this can take up to 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, even up to a year. So just in case you're from a military background, it's better you apply way ahead of time to be in a safe place, so that your school will not be starting maybe in January or in December, and you get to miss it just because of the administrative processing, guys. So just keep this in mind. And just a bonus maybe tip in terms of planning, when you're scheduling for your visa interview, I recommend, this is an unofficial tip, that you should schedule for mornings. I mean, in the morning people are still fresh, happy, like they're still fresh and ready. Just an extra tip. And another tip, guys, maintain eye contact. I know in the African culture, most of us are not used to keeping eye contact, because maybe some say it's not like you're not respectful or you don't respect the person. But unlike in the Western world, guys, when you maintain contact, it shows like you're into it. You have instant respect. You're really into what you're saying. You know what you're saying. They will not be asking you a question. What is your course of study? You're like, my course of study is economics. Um, uh you're already looking distracted. It's like, you don't respect them, you don't even know what you're saying, you're trying to lie, are you being on? So it makes the officer start thinking all sorts of things about you. But you maintain the eye contact, you look at him or her in the eyes. I know exactly what I'm saying. What is your course study? My course study is what economics, and I'm going there to study because you're keep it consistent, look them into the eyes. Yes, no fear, it's not disrespectful. Another tip of the day is be enthusiastic. Guys, you say you want to do a project that will change the life of your country, or you want to reduce the level of unemployment, for example, and then they ask you to talk about what you were doing. You're like, so I'll be changing the project I'll be working on is like, it will really just change the ways that people look at society. It will reduce the level of unemployment, and then it would really be enthusiastic about it. I mean, don't overdo it, but talk like with confidence. You know exactly what you're saying. I'm working on a project that will actually reduce the level of unemployment in my country and thereby help eliminate that la 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 la. So you're confident, you're having interest in what you're saying. They really see that you're attached, you're connected, you're not disconnected from your from what you're telling them. Be enthusiastic, show interest in whatever you're saying, especially when it comes to why you be doing that course of study, why you're going to the US. Be enthusiastic with your answers. And another tip is that you should have a genuine story. When I say a genuine story, it means your story should make sense, right? It should have like a link. Okay, maybe this is an example of a story that doesn't look genuine. So I did medicine for about 7 years, but now I want to go to the US and do painting because I really like to draw. I just woke up one morning and I felt like drawing is my passion. So I want to go and study drawing in America. Really, does that make sense? Even if you're the officer, will you really give that person a visa on top of that story? Another tip, guys, you should avoid anything that is gonna implicate you. So if they ask you, will you be working maybe during break, or you be working while studying? Not, no, you have nothing to do with employment. You're not going to the US to work. You're going for education. So just focus on education. Anything that is not leading to education, it's a no for you. So if they are to ask you what your future plans are, you should not mumble. You should be sure of what you want to say. Either you're coming back to your country or you're forging your education or whatever you're doing, but you should be sure. They should not sense any form of dishonesty. Always be truthful. Say exactly what you have to say and how it has to be said. And a few last tips, guys. I mentioned some in the previous video, but repeating because it is important. Dress smart, comfortable. Don't overdo it. Come early. Try to be the first at the interview place if possible, especially in countries maybe like Nigeria or Kenya that's overcrowded. Try to be very early, guys. Try to show home ties. Bring proofs if you have, maybe proof of employment, proof of a child, proof of marriage, like any sort of proof that you have. If not, it's fine, but if you have the proof, it's much better if you bring proof and evidence. And also make sure you bring proof of sponsorship. Who will be your sponsor, the bank statement, and know exactly what this person is doing, how the person got this money to sponsor you. Don't go and start mumbling or doubting what the person does. No. And last but not the least tip, guys, if you're not very fluent in English, make sure you practice your English as much as you can, because 99% of these interviews will be taken in English. You cannot say you're coming to America to study in English and you don't know English. Try your best. Practice, improve your English skills. Take Duolingo, have conversations with English speakers. Just try to improve as much as you can so that you will not, first of all, lack confidence of answering these questions just because of language barrier. No, if you know your English is not good, practice your English very well before going for your interview. And don't overtalk. Be clear and concise, precise. Don't overtalk. Don't go and give her information that is not necessary. Try to answer the question straight to the point. don't forget to watch my other videos, so where I really talk more about this point and elaborate more. So guys, thank you for watching up to this point. I really appreciate if you watch the video up to this point, and I really hope and wish you guys all the best who are going out there to get your F1 visa. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe so that other people can come across this video and it might help one or two people. Don't forget to put in your comments and your suggested answers below. I'll be in the lookout compiling if we have enough of this question and answers, and sharing it with you guys, because this is a space where we learn, we share, and we grow. If you need my one-on-one services, don't forget to email. I'm at your disposal. It costs very little for my time. And guys, thank you so much. Let's keep the family, the community growing, and see you guys in my next video.